I had been placed in foster care. My dad died when I was 2. My mom was schizophrenic. We lived with her for several years, and she wasn't paying the bills. We didn't have running water. We didn't have food in the cupboards. We
Oh,
were basically like they call it couch surfing now, which is kind of like a popular thing. Well, back in the day, that wasn't so popular when you have 2
well,
kids.
yeah, right.
Right? And so, that's what we were doing, and so we ended up being placed in foster care, and so this was, like, relatively short period of time just after we were placed. I was actually at a visitation with my grandmother, and my grandmother was like the glue to our family.
Mm,
She was the one that everybody went to for advice. She was just wise, she was kind, she was patient, she was all of those things, and so I really respected my grandmother, and she was the only real stable thing in my life at the time. And so I was at a visitation. We were going through family photos, and I found a photo of her and my grandpa and all of their children. And I said to my grandma, "Grandma, why is our family so messed up?" Now, this was like 11-year-old Misty, right?
right.
All I'm seeing life through is the lens to which I'm living. And here I have a mom that lost custody of us. I had an uncle who sexually abused me. I had I had an uncle that was in prison. The family tree wasn't looking so great for
Right,
me at the
right.
time through my lens. And I didn't realize at the time when I said those words how painful, how hurtful that was to my grandmother. It still gives me emotion because I take responsibility for bringing that to her. So she looked at me though, and she looked at me and her eyes kind of like narrowed, and and she said, "Misty Mary Lynn, you think you're better than the rest of us? And I'm here to tell you you're not. You're just like us." And
Whoa.
the yeah, the second she said those words, it literally became a mantra for my life to prove to her and my family and the rest of the world and anyone else who was going to come into my path that I wasn't like them.